Hey everyone, welcome and thank you so much for being here. It is always my honor, my pleasure, my joy to be in the company of such beautiful energy. And today I felt led to do a reading from the Angel Tarot cards. You can see that. And what you see behind you with this white is a blank canvas. I'm getting ready to do a painting, and I just wanted to use that today because right away from this reading, I'm going to be doing starting a painting. And so I feel very, right now, honestly, I feel very warm. It's this interesting energy of some kind of reboot, restart, blank slate. It's interesting because it feels very unfamiliar to me, and it's an unfamiliar energy is what I'm trying to say here. And I feel like it's really telling of the current energy that we're going through right now. New starts and new beginnings. And it feels very, how do I say this? Not unsettled, but kind of exciting. Like a road trip that you don't know where you're going. You're just going to end up wherever you end up. And that's the kind of energy that is here with us today. And it feels very, it feels right. That's what I'm trying to say. It feels right. This card that I was going to shuffle the cards and it fell out, so I'm going to take it. This card is an indication that there's some wish or something that you've manifested that's coming through to you. I feel like for a lot of us, whatever concerns we've had, it feels like that whatever it was that's been bothering you, worrying you, plaguing you, keeping you up at night is going to be a thing of the past, okay? Now, I'm not saying we're never going to worry again because we're human beings. We're gonna have our concerns. I don't know if you can see that with the lighting the way it is. Let's see. Yeah, I think you're okay. But this was the 9 of water, right? This is an emotional. Water represents emotion. And it feels very much like the emotional roller coaster is coming to an end. You're coming closer to some action or decision. And some of you have even made a decision. You're just waiting on some kind of action. You have to take action on something. But it feels very much like this was maybe an emotional decision, an emotional time in your life where I was saying to somebody the other day, I think about selling my house often, but the emotional ties that are there, my son grew up here, and as you know, you guys know that he passed in 2020. And so this is just the thought of it makes me cry, because that energy of being tied to something, that emotional, I'm going to say attachment, is being released. And for me, it's not I'm being released from the memory or the memories. It's more I'm released from being tied to something because of an emotion, because of a memory, because of something. Because our memories are in our hearts, okay? You can take them wherever you go. And it doesn't mean that you have to be tied to something and obligated to it forever because there was a memory, because there was the presence of someone in that environment that you loved. it's a very emotional time for a lot of you. I feel that. For some of you, it could be tied to a job. It could be you're tied to, like I said, your home. It could be you're tied to a memory or something that has affected you to a deeper level. And it feels like I have a lump in my throat. It feels hard to talk. It feels like for some of you, it's going to be an ending of something that has been holding you back, holding you down, coming to a place of carrying on with life and opening up a door to explore more options, more things. Maybe a new hobby or maybe a side business hustle, right? Side hustle. Maybe an entrepreneurial opportunity. But this is what the energy feels like. It's very, I will say, bittersweet because it hurts, it's painful, it's emotional, but it's going away so you can explore other things. That's what this is. For some of you, you may not have a choice. The universe will do this for you. If you know that this happened to me, and I tell this story before. A place where I used to work. I worked there for 15 years. And I kept getting, first of all, the place was a little toxic. A lot toxic. And I kept getting signs to leave this unhealthy situation. I kept seeing things, I was hearing things, I was dreaming, and I didn't act on it because I was scared. And it was the only place I'd known for 15 years, and I was afraid to move on because I didn't know what was out there. But the universe intervened, and I was laid off. And it was the best thing that ever happened to me in that time frame because I couldn't bring myself to that place where I could make an action step, where I could leave and move on. And so the universe did it for me. And it was at first scary, but I knew instantly. I knew as soon as I was told. I felt like I could breathe again. And I didn't know where I was going to go. I had nothing lined up. All I knew was that I was going to collect unemployment for a little bit until I found something else. But the weight that was lifted off of my shoulders was, I can't even describe it. And let me tell you something. If you fear change, please know that change is good for you. And sometimes we don't know what's best for us. And so then I feel like our divine creator, the universe, and our spirit guides or angels, all of them, I feel like there is a coming together of energy that forces something to happen that changes our lives. And if I had not left that company, I don't know what would have happened. And it wouldn't have been good. I know that. And so now I have moved on. And it was so much better for me. Our paths change all the time, guys. There's always something that changes and shifts, and so we have to roll with that and we have to move with that, okay? Whatever this emotional baggage is, it's leaving. And I'm telling you, I'm seeing like 4th of July fireworks. So I'm thinking this summer, if you want to know timing, I feel like this summer is when things shift, when things change, when your life goes in a better direction, okay? Okay. So it feels like whatever direction your life is going in, there's a spiritual element to it, okay? There's spiritual energy here. And it feels like, see the number 5? That's change. So Archangel Sandalphon, that energy is here with you to say, you know what? I feel like some of you were living in some sort of traditional energy where it was like, there's just no way you could leave when you felt obligated to your employer, your manager, your whoever it was, your friends at work, your coworkers. But it feels like you're moving on to another, to more like-minded people, more an energy, an environment that's more aligned with your energy. That's what it feels like. For some of you, you're well established in your careers and you love what you do, and that's great. This doesn't mean you're moving on. These readings are collective. They could be for any of you at any moment, and not everything in the reading is for you. So if it doesn't apply when I say a scenario such as your career, your boss, your whatever, that's okay, because it likely applies to someplace else in your life, okay? I feel like for some of you, I feel like some of you are caretakers and you are maybe attached to certain people that you care for, but it feels like a thankless job. And it feels like it's wearing on you. That's what I feel with this emotion too. It's like you feel obligated because you're a caretaker. You need to do this job and care for people, and you care so much, but sometimes you don't get anything back except maybe harshness and things like that. I don't know. This is very specific, so bear with me. And it feels like you need some of you may even need an R&R. You may need a break from your job. Maybe you're not leaving your career, but you need a break. You need a spiritual retreat, or you need a go someplace where there are spiritual people. It's like that. You could even need Reiki healing. You could need there's something very spiritual about this to bring you back to your center. And I do want to say that for myself, painting brings me back to my center. It does. And it is so easy to get caught up in things at work or in your environment where people are talking about each other, not respecting the other person. It happens a lot in the workplace where people are jealous of each other, or they're, they have to start gossip or whatever. It's so easy to dampen your light, to get your light dimmed by other people's energy. So it's so important to retreat to something spiritual, okay? It feels like some of you feel that when one part of your life is improving, there's something else that falls apart. It only seems that way because now you're seeing that good part of your life that has improved, and you look at the other parts of your life and you feel like they need to kind of be on the same level and be other parts of your life are not matching the energy of this success that you're experiencing. Okay? I hope you can follow. There's just a lot coming in. This Unity card is about coming to a place of peace, guys. It's about coming to a place of peace. Owning your happiness. Owning your joy. This unity that comes in is all about oneness, wholeness. It feels very much like whatever this is coming in for you, this change, this move, this wish come true. It feels like it's sort of something that's sort of coming in. It's sort of like a leadership role, right? Like you take the lead with something. And it's amazing because some of you feel like maybe I'm thinking of the story of Moses, where Moses was called by God. This is a story, guys. Moses was called by God to lead his village, his community, out of a place that was becoming really unholy, with a lot of crime. There were things going on that were dangerous for the village people. And so God said, take your people to safety. And Moses said, me? I'm just Moses. I'm not anybody. How can I lead these people? And they're not my people. We're a village. And God was like, do you trust me? Trust me. I know what I'm doing. I believe Ramses was trying to take over the village. That's what I believe was happening. And so God said, it's not safe here. Take them and go. And so when Moses came upon a body of water, he said, God, what are we going to do? And God said, do you trust me? Do you trust me? And Moses said, well, yeah, but we can't. How are we going to get across this body of water? There's women, there's children, how are we going to do this? And guys, I'm paraphrasing. This is not word for word. This is the story I remember. And God said, take up your staff and command the waters to part so that you can get your people safely to the other side. And Moses is like, okay, I'll do it. And the sea parted, and Moses was able to get his people to the other side. Now, Ramses wasn't so lucky and wasn't so blessed. They did not make it to the other side. The waters came crashing down, and they didn't make it. And so the energy that I feel here is very similar to what this message is about. Trust in your path, trust in your journey. Guys, trust me, it's every day. It's a struggle because there are things that get in the way of, it would be great if we had constant positive energy. The sun was always shining on us. It was positive energy. Yes, 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 yes. But in life, there are things that potentially derail us, whether it's for a long period of time or just a brief moment when you realize that's trying to trip me up, I won't let it. But it's interesting because this energy that's here for us it's like, you see an obstacle in the way? Take up your staff. Allow your faith in yourself, faith in your God, your guides, your angels, faith in the universe to find a way through. I think of the Lord Ganesha energy, where it is moving mountains, moving obstacles out of your way to move forward on your path. And so when we look at a mountain, we can't see the other side of it. We only see the front, the what we're facing. We only see that piece of it. And you look at it and you think to yourself, how could anybody climb that mountain all the way to the top? How? It's just huge. There's no end in sight. It's like the sky and the mountain meet. But I read this story one time where it was a scenario about a mountain. As far as you could see, you couldn't get around it. You couldn't climb up it. You couldn't climb to the top to get over it. So how? And so this person, this is a story, guys. It's an analogy. This person climbed up to a certain point because he or she kept seeing something glistening in the sun. So they were like, let me just go check it out. And when they got to a certain point, they found a door. A door that would potentially open up to an opportunity to pass through the mountain rather than trying to go around it or above it. And there certainly wasn't any going below it. And so when they reached this point, they knew there was a key. They just had to find it. And so, just in the right timing, the sun hit the key and it glistened, and that person saw where the key was. So they unlocked the door. This story is about faith and trust and knowing where it seems impossible, it is possible. Where there seems like there's no way, there is a resolution. There is a way. And so this energy today feels very much like faith, trust, feeling your way through if you have to, but knowing that whatever change is here for you, you have to accept, you have to embrace it, you have to accept it, and you have to find your way through it, to it, okay? And I feel like in this case, the universe, it's like very strong signs right now for I feel like with numbers, I feel like the numbers, repetitive numbers are calling out to you. That's what it feels like to me. And whatever you see as signs, guys, there's something imminent here. It is a decision, a choice, an action step that you need to take that only instills more faith in yourself, in your future, in your path, in the universe, and God. Let me see if there's anything else here. There is a very real sense of focusing. I have a interesting energy here with this focus, right? Focusing on your path forward. Because for some of you, it feels like you don't want to hyper-focus on something because then it feels like it's worry. But if you focus in the right energy that is not desperation, but it's more motivational, more inspirational, and more positive energy, looking forward to this thing. This is what I'm looking forward to, not kind of like biting your nails on, oh, I got to check my bank account. Do I have any money? Did I bounce a check? It's not like that. This energy is more focusing on your outcome, the future, right? And let the universe guide you through your journey to get there. I hope that makes sense. We've gotten a few fives today. This five of Earth. It feels like maybe some of you that are worrying about your path forward might be Cappies. You could be Capricorn or have Capricorn in your chart, because it feels like there's fears surrounding money, surrounding everything in your path forward. It feels very much like you're worried about your job. You're worried about a lot of things. And that is a form of prayer. And the universe will keep delivering that to you if you are thinking in that direction. My life is I'm surrounded by Capricorns, trust me. It's interesting. I have my daughter, my ex-husband, a former person that was in my life, my current person that's in my life. I am surrounded by Capricorns, and I know how that energy is. They're very focused on the, and there's nothing wrong with that. They're very, they could be overthinkers, and they're focused on the reality of a situation. Spiritual, anything mystical is sort of like, okay, but I got to really think about this first. So Capricorns tend to worry a lot. Nothing wrong with you, Capricorns. Love you all. But there is that sense of that energy here for some of you. And Spirit says, that's changing. Archangel Chamuel, life experience. Significant event, right? Powerful. I feel like for some of you, whatever this is that's changing, it leads to some sort of drastic change in your life, because it's a powerful revelation, right? You guys are flying. Whoever this is, you're spreading your wings. You're going to fly. It is time. It is time to move on. Move forward with your life. Don't wait. How do I say this? Put one foot in front of the other. I'm hearing that for some reason, but it's also spread your wings, fly. For some of you, it's almost like a feeling of run. Let's go now. I can't wait any longer. It's overwhelming feeling of change. I've been feeling that a lot lately, guys, with something in my life, and it's like I long for change so much, and that's what tells me, that's a sign that tells me that the change that's coming is blessed. It's imminent. It is in a very fated way. So whatever that change is that's coming in, I feel it every day lately, really a lot. It's almost like the point where I have to catch my breath, because it's just a feeling of, I just want freedom. I want freedom. That's what this energy is, guys. Whatever you guys are feeling, you're going to be free. You're going to be moving on. It is an interesting energy. And it's not one that you take lightly. It is going to be so much. Your soul is going to speak so loud that a decision will be made. An action step will be made. Or the universe will step in. And that's not far off. It's near. The wheel shows up, and it's the 10, guys. 10 is completion. It's full circle. The wheel. Yep, a situation suddenly moves forward. You guys are, I feel like the lighting here is like sucky, but I don't know. The Wheel of Fortune is here for you, and it is moving with you. Okay, it's here. It's like, I feel like when I see this card, I think of the Ferris wheel, and I think it's stopping, get on, let's go. It's stopping only for you. Time to move forward. You've moved full circle, and now it's time to depart and move on to something else. That's what this feels like. It's a time of positive change. A situation suddenly moves forward. It's time. Fortune is on your side. Whatever happens here with this forward movement, guys, you're blessed. You're blessed. You know, if you're not moving with change, typically you know that something isn't right if you're not following your heart. You kind of feel it in your gut. But this feels like whatever change is here, you're hopping on board and you're with it, you're rolling with it, you're flowing with it, you're moving with it, okay? I feel like some of you maybe have gone through a dry spell in finances or something, but I feel like your energy, it's like it gets this boost and it propels you forward. If you're in sales, yeah, it feels like you're moving forward with more, maybe more leads, success, more movement in your financial future, okay, in positive way, more connections. That's what it feels like. I feel like if you made a decision to move into a career that you know you love, but it's been trying, it doesn't mean that you leave that career. It means that something, it means, it feels like you've been focusing on your success. And it feels like that the universe saw it and is like, yep, here we go. Up on the stage, spotlight on you. Let's do this. That's what this feels like. So it's a positive change, a positive energy, moving forward after a period of struggle. Okay? Bet you anything this summer you guys are going to be moving forward in something. And it feels very positive and it feels joyful. Seven of Fire. Defend your beliefs and your decisions. This was a good decision that you're going to make. And it's based on faith. And you may have naysayers. You may have people that say, what are you thinking? You can't do that. It's not responsible, or it's not, people are traditionalists. And they believe that you should do things the way your mother and father did, the way your grandparents did. And it's like, this is my life. It is my decision. And I feel a conviction to move forward. I feel like many of you stayed hidden. For some reason, I feel like, especially Capricorns, for some reason, I'm not picking on you, but I just feel like you have not moved forward with your dreams or hopes or something that you wanted in life because someone else was very dominant and wanted you to do it their way. And I feel like you did, to keep the peace, because you didn't want to fight them. You didn't want to cause problems. You didn't want to make waves. And how could you move forward with something? Because it's not rational. Capricorns are very rational. So there's a Capricorn energy, guys, here that feels like you could have been, or you might even be, come across people that don't believe in your what it is you want to do. And you have to stand strong in that. And whatever relationship this is, it'll be whatever it will be. And it feels like whoever these people are, that they don't mean any harm, but it feels like they just are concerned and they want to voice their concern or opinions. But you have to stand strong in your light. You have to make sure the volume is turned up on your voice. Not meaning fight, not meaning yell, but that you are confident in your decision. You know, I've done that. I've been to that place where I've made a decision about something, and then I read something or somebody says something that makes me think again. Because, oh boy, did I make a wrong decision? Then I start doubting, then I start second guessing. But more recently, I've been more on board with, thank you, but this is my decision. It feels right for me. Okay? This is the energy that's coming in. This is the energy that's happening with all of us in some way, shape, or form. Is there anything else, guys? I feel like this is it. This is the energy, guys. And on the bottom of the deck, this is the Ace of Earth, right? This is the number one card, the inflow of abundance, a promising business adventure, important documents or contracts, someone signing, making a deal. Or this could be a soul contract where you are now entering into a new place in your path where it's a lot of learning, a lot of abundance, a lot of prosperity, a lot of relief from past struggles. Okay, this is good. It's a great card to have. And I feel like the inflow of abundance isn't just about money. It's about the whole thing. Everything that goes along with being happy. Feeling safer. Feeling loved. Feeling safe financially. Feeling successful. And just feeling good overall. I can't make this up, guys. This is what it is. It's the story. It is the message. The energy that's coming in for all of us. I do believe it is time to wrap this up. And I wish you all a very beautiful day and days ahead. Until next time, guys, believe in you. Believe in your divine creator. And be one with the universe in a positive way, because the universe comes through every time. Trust in that. Believe in that. And when you start feeling overwhelmed by negative energy, take a moment to clear it. Take a moment to just breathe and envision yourself successful, abundant, happy, free. Okay? Because it's coming for you. I wish you all a blessed day. And now I'm going on to start my painting. I'm so excited about it. Maybe it'll be done by the next time I do a reading for you guys. Have a blessed day and enjoy. Love and light. Namaste.